Welcome back to another video. We got a bunch of crazy clips for you guys, as always. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel. So let's get right into it.
So to the guy that's in this white Jeep right here, flipping me off, because I blew the horn at him. Now he's driving all crazy and shit. All because I was blowing the horn at him, trying to let him know. But I bet he's wondering where his phone is. Well, I can assure you, it's not on top of your car anymore. I was trying to let you know, but... And then I figured I'd just let you cool off and pull up here, and maybe I'd get a chance to let you know that, hey, your phone's back there where I was blowing the horn at you. But then when your kids just flipped me off too, I was like, fuck it, you can find your own phone.
Wow, everybody's always tough from the safety of their car. But starting shit with people on the road with your child in the back seat is stupid on another level. Good example for the child too, setting them up for success early on. After seeing that, I'd go back, get that phone and sell it. What the hell were they trying to do? Were they trying to see if there's fumes left in that barrel? Well, they found out.
Yeah, we need to talk to you real quick. Step around the front door for me. Walk out. Grab them. Watch them.
Where you going?
Bad idea, man. That's a bad idea. You're gonna walk to the door.
Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea after all. The cops are too slow. Those boys were breaking their ankles. That poor girl. She was so embarrassed rushing out of there so fast she busted her ass again. Damn. And that's scum of society right there. Looks like they've been having lots of free meals for a while too. How low of a point in your life do you gotta be in to be faking finding hair in your food for a free meal? God damn.
He collected rainwater on his own land. The city sued him for theft. One question from the judge ended the entire case.
Your Honor, I live in the county. I install barrels to collect rain for my garden. The water falls on my land. I'm not selling it. I'm just using it on my own property.
Municipal code states all water within city limits, including rainfall, belongs to the public supply. His collection system violates that code. We're requesting removal and fines.
Does the city own the rain before it hits the ground? You can't answer because it's absurd. He's collecting water on his own land for personal use. That's not theft. Case dismissed.
It's actually a pretty common myth that collecting rainwater in some states is illegal. I know some states have regulations on how much you can collect or permits for larger systems, but I'm pretty certain it's not totally illegal anywhere in the US. I don't know how real this is and if they were actually trying to charge him with theft. Seems kind of crazy though. Or maybe there's some missing context.
You are literally feeding your kids plastic glue and industrial lubricants. I'm talking about Oreos, that cream in the middle. It's not cream at all. It's rapeseed oil whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue holding the sludge together. And the cookie parts strip cocoa and chemical stabilizers enough to start clogging your arteries if you eat them too much. I scanned them with the Reveal It app and it came back is 82% processed. This is unbelievable.
Is it really that unbelievable that trash food like Oreos are 82% processed? What the hell was he expecting for it to be all natural? This is garbage food.
Oh my God.
Yo, what the hell is that? His toes are probably bigger than his thumbs. I'd be wearing socks on the beach if I had those things growing out of my feet.
I ain't gonna keep telling them. Stop playing with me. Damn, feel me?
Few moments later.
His ankle came off. What the hell?
Oh my God. Oh no, tripping. Bro, tripping. Bro just fell from up there, bro. Bro, tripping.
Yo, he reminded me of this baby video, the way he landed on the ice. Y'all remember this video? He got on his phone all nonchalant like nothing happened, acting like he's busy. What an idiot.
The first one entered feet first and on his belly. He wriggled his way through the passage and moved towards the first sharp bend. As he did so, he warned others about how tight it was. The second one in the group followed behind. He also went feet first, however. He went in lying on his back. When he entered the Z-bend, he immediately encountered the passage's deadly nature. The limestone walls seemed to grip his body, holding him in place as he tried to work his way through the constricted space. With each movement, the rock seemed to tighten its grip, compressing his chest and making breathing increasingly difficult. Within moments, just at the first sharp turn, he realized he was trapped. The limestone had him in its deadly embrace, and panic began to set in as he discovered he could neither move forward nor backward through the constricted passage. His situation quickly became life-threatening. The Z-bend compressed his chest, making each breath a struggle against the crushing pressure of solid rock. Panic made the situation worse. As his muscles tensed with fear, his body expanded slightly, making the already impossibly tight passage even more constricting. The stone walls that had seemed merely tight now felt like they were actively trying to crush the life from his body. The others could hear him cry for help. Time was running out. If they could not extract him quickly, the Z-bend would claim another victim. The rescue attempt began immediately, but the confined space of the Z-bend made every movement dangerous for both the victim and his would-be rescuers. One of them positioned himself behind the trapped man, while the other worked from ahead, both risking their own entrapment in the deadly passage. The limestone seemed to fight their every effort. Each attempt to shift the trapped man's position met resistance from the unyielding rock walls. The rescuers themselves were forced into awkward, uncomfortable positions that threatened to trap them as well in the stone maze.
Yo, my hands start sweating watching these kind of cave explorer videos. Especially in those super narrow underground caves. Those guys are crazy. I wouldn't do that shit for $1 million, and they just do it for fun. That's a horrifying way to go.
So, I'm currently in a hotel. Because something's been, at my house. And it comes out whenever I try to go to sleep. So I thought if I go somewhere else, maybe you can't find me.
Come on, bro. Does anyone actually fall for this kind of bullshit? That guy needs to work on his acting skills. That crime wasn't it. It's funny, though, how he left just enough light in the bag for us to see that face peeking out. I don't believe it.
When she decided to pierce her own ear, she had no idea she was making the biggest mistake of her life. After hearing a sudden pop, she realized something was seriously wrong.
Y'all, that noise.
At first, everything seemed fine, until she noticed a thin strand coming out of her ear that didn't seem to end. Confused, she decided to cut it, but the strand wasn't a string at all. It was her optic nerve. She was rushed to the hospital and was left permanently blind.
Ain't no damn optic nerve in the earlobe, man. How do people come up with bullshit like this? I can imagine how many people believe this video, too.
19,000 kilograms of Domino's pizza sauce was rejected after testing positive for ethylene oxide, a pesticide and known carcinogen hiding in the mix.
I'm not surprised.
There's a delicious tomato sauce.
This cardboard disc barely qualifies as food. One Domino's pizza hits you with over 44 industrial additives. The cheese isn't real. It's restructured phosphates holding grease together. The sauce, stabilized with dimethyl polysiloxane, a silicone-based anti-foaming agent used to keep industrial vats from bubbling over.
This is why I don't recommend big, huge corporations. This is why I recommend eating at a mom and pop shop pizza place. The one that I know of, the one that I actually like, Downey Pizza Company. If you have any other recommendations in Downey or BG, drop them down below. Let's start supporting our locals and let's not eat cardboard pizza.
Stop eating this garbage, please.
And that's just more proof of what I always say. Don't buy, eat, or use shit from any popular brands or companies. Whether it's food, toothpaste, shampoo, or anything you put in or on your body, odds are it's just filled with some kind of carcinogens in one way or another. Big companies, they don't give a shit about the customer. They just care about making money and producing their product in the cheapest way possible. Don't support them.
Grass-fed beef is the biggest scam on the planet. It's a complete lie. What I'm going to share with you is going to piss you off. Less than 1% of beef sold in the US is truly grass-fed. This whole idea of grass-fed is just filled with loopholes all over the place. In 2016, the USDA dropped the official definition of grass-fed. All of the cows are grass-fed. It's the last 3 to 6 months where they're fed other things, like grains and some other ingredients that I had no idea. Over 99% of all the beef that people are buying is not fully grass-fed. What people need to realize is what we're talking about is a cow that's very sedentary, that is fatty. We actually feed these animals in the feedlot something called DDGS, and that stands for dried distillers grain with solubles, aka the waste product from making ethanol. They have to make them sedentary and to add all this cheap food to gain the massive weight, so that way you can make the meat marbled and have it very tender, aka a very sick animal. That's what you're eating. How do you find truly grass-fed beef? You need to look for this, 100% grass-fed, because if it just says grass-fed, it doesn't mean anything.
What's sad is that these kind of scams are the same with any kind of food nowadays, whether it's eggs, meat, fruit or vegetables, organic or not. There's really no escaping it. Food dyes, pesticides, hormones, tricky wording is everywhere, and they find loopholes within the system to make people think they're consuming something healthy when it's actually not. It's no wonder when you go to other countries, it just seems like vegetables and fruits just taste better over there.
This is not AI, this is Russia. This is Kamchatka, and now they see the highest amount of snow they've seen in over 30 years. Unfortunately, there are already 2 people who passed away. They got trapped under the snow. The snow over there reaches over 4 meters right now. But people in Kamchatka are definitely staying positive, and you will find videos all over the internet where people are jumping out of their 2 stories windows down in the snow. And I know many people imagine Russia like this all year around, but majority of people don't live in such harsh climate. And for example, in my hometown, it gets pretty hot during the summer, up to 95 degrees. And I mean, it is pretty cold during the winter, but I've never seen anything like this in my hometown. Would you want to visit Kamchatka?
4 meters? That's like over 13 feet, holy shit. You imagine what kind of chaos there will be if it happened in some big city in the US? It'd be way more than 2 casualties. And that's 100%.
This is an actual nightmare. So it starts when this woman walks into the bedroom of her apartment and she feels liquid dripping on her head. She looks up and sees that her smoke detector is leaking. It's in her hair, it's all over her clothes, and at first she just thinks the batteries inside the smoke detector may have exploded and now are leaking out battery acid, but it started to smell awful. After putting a pot underneath the smoke detector, it began filling the pot with this liquid in a span of 15 minutes. Because of the awful smell, she thought it may be leaking sewer water from the apartment upstairs. So she goes upstairs and knocks on their door and asks if everything is all right. And the man that answers the door tells her that everyone in the apartment is fine. So she goes to the apartment managers and tells them that she thinks sewer water is coming from her ceiling. After this, she starts walking back to her unit. But when she gets to the bottom of the stairs, she notices the man who answered the apartment door standing there on the phone with someone, and she hears him say, "Steve is dead," and he clarifies that he's been gone for quite some time. Steve is her elderly neighbor that lives in the unit right above her. And that's when it dawns on her. The liquid coming out of the ceiling is the bodily fluid of her neighbor Steve leaking through the floor.
That is disgusting. I hope she did not use that pot after that and threw it out. I actually know kind of a similar story that my elderly coworker told me at my old job. She had an old man as a neighbor that she would see almost every day, and then at some point she and the other neighbors stopped seeing him for a couple weeks. So they all got worried and called 911 to do a welfare check. Once the cops got the maintenance workers to open the door to his apartment, they found out he passed away. His apartment was almost empty. There was nothing but a mattress on the floor, a lamp, and a TV, and just the bare essentials. He had no family or relatives, so once they started to clean out his apartment, his mattress felt too heavy when they tried to move it. So when they cut it open, they found almost $300,000 inside of it. That man spent his whole life saving every penny just to pass away and have the government take it all. There's a good lesson in that story.
Have you guys seen Doomsday map? They came out with a map that looks like this.
Wow.
This is America. They do like the whole world, but this shot is of America. This lady, her name is Peggy Bolton. She did some really fun research regarding the Doomsday map. She compared with what this map looked like. She compared that to the land that Bill Gates has been buying. All
Shut
the
up.
farmland. He is the majority farmland owner in the United States right now. She took the map of the farmland that he owns and overlaid it onto this Doomsday map. Every single dry land piece was occupied by his farmland, including California. So California is basically completely underwater, but there's these little pockets of islands. See those? That little one right there, that's one of his farmlands.
Yep.
Like that compared to like Zuckerberg, because on this Doomsday map, Hawaii is completely fine. And she talked about how Jeff Bezos is also buying up farmland around the US. That all correlates with like these high points in America.
Well, of course, that makes sense. People like to always twist shit into something that it isn't. Yeah, he owns a shitload of farmland in specific locations. It doesn't prove anything other than billionaires just think decades ahead, while everyone else is busy arguing online.
Я там Джеймс Бонд прилетел на вертолете моя. Уже сколько кругов дает над дождями. Ёб твою мать! Ёб твою мать! Охуеть! Ёб твою мать! Разбился!
I am done with any roller coasters, hot air balloons, helicopter rides, or any shit like that. I don't even like flying. It takes one idiot to make one mistake, and you can potentially lose your life for nothing. It is not worth it. Now, I don't know what happened to the people in that helicopter. I don't know if they were workers or taking a joyride or what. I hope they're okay, but it is not worth it.
A shocking video from India has gone viral on the internet, where people charge any device from a stone. And the most interesting thing is this stone was found just 10 kilometers from the mysterious Kailasa temple. And this is not a coincidence. The thing is that this temple is known for its ancient mechanisms with perfectly crafted small details. And scientists still cannot explain how an ancient civilization was able to create this without modern technology. It is also the largest temple in the world, carved from a single solid stone, with no room for even the slightest mistake. According to an Indian legend, the Kailasa temple was built in 7 days. Today, to construct such a temple, it would take about 9 such tunneling machines and more than 60 days just to process the stone. But the most interesting thing is that recently, a video appeared on the internet in which the author claimed that this technology was passed down to him from his ancestors. And in ancient times, people used laser technology to process such structures. And the source of energy for them were special stones, like the ones at the beginning of the video.
It is absolutely undeniable that some ancient civilizations had technology that was very advanced for those times. However, though, that phone charging stone is definitely bullshit. Damn, he's lucky that metal beam barely got him. I guarantee you that was some kind of neglected maintenance for months, if not years. And that's exactly what I was talking about in the previous video. It takes one idiot to make one mistake, and you could potentially lose your life over nothing. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. You could also check out the previous video or the whole playlist. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.